Hi everybody, I think today is my video log day 18 and I forgot the date. I think today is the 9th of July, could be the 8th, but I'll correct it in the caption. So I still have not put together the videos from the dance camp yet, so we'll talk about that later. And what I want to report today is that I mentioned in my last video log that I started a audiobook that talks about the Silva Method, which is talking about the potential of our brain, and if we can utilize our brain power more, then we'll be able to accomplish more with our lives. And there, in one of the videos I read about the Silva Method, it started with a story where there's this lady who seemed to have all the luck in on her side, that she would win all the competitions. Like, she won several trips to Europe, she won all sorts of contests and things like that, and people think that she's really lucky. But really, she is actually a Silva graduate. Not only that, she actually worked very closely with I think she might be a personal assistant or an assistant or secretary to Jose Silva, who is the originator or the inventor of the Silva Method, right? And I think throughout the years of working with him, I believe she had practiced these meditations and the method pretty extensively, that allows her to have these intuition, or have the ability to bend reality per se. And I think that is really cool, because there are many people who in this world that you think that they're the luckiest people on earth, right? Like, whatever they want or desire, you feel like they get. And is that really luck, or is it really the power of our brain able to adjust reality to fit our needs? That is the big question. I have always prided myself for being fairly lucky in my life. Obviously there are ups and downs, but most of the little things in life, I seem to have luck on my side. And actually, I have many people comment that about me, not just myself. For example, like when I go to a place to find parking, and I will be longing to park closer or a certain spot, right? And there are people who are looking all around for parking. For example, if I go to Chinatown for food, and it's usually always crowded, always packed, and there's nobody. And the funny part is, I always seem to be able to find a parking fairly close. And it really depends on my mentality at that time, I think, if I was determined. Sometimes, yeah, most of the time I will get it, right? And I'm fairly lucky in games, board games and whatnot. I remember the first time when I turned 21 and I went to the casino for the first time, where I was lended $5 to play on a slot machine. And I picked a slot machine that I really liked because they had 3 golden picks, and at that moment, all I could remember was that while my friend is playing, we're getting ready for dinner. I just wanted to play. I just want to make the money back. But those golden picks look really cool. I wish I can get those 3 golden picks to line up. And I think by the time it was like a $1 slot, so So by like, I think the third or fourth dollar, I won about $20 in the slot because of some combination that I can't remember. And then I'm like, okay, so I can continue because I'll just finish and maybe get back $5 so I can return to my friend, and I'll just keep playing because she's still playing at the other slots, right? So, and then I continue with, I think, either once or twice more, like another bet for another $1 or $2, and that is when I got the 3 golden pigs. So in reality, I think I got the golden pigs to lined up within that $5 that I had, which is very interesting. It was very cool, and I really thought that, you know, that was my beginner's luck. I don't gamble, so I don't press on my luck too much. But I must say, when I play games, I usually do win, maybe 80% of the time if I concentrate, I guess. So I don't know. I think it will be amazing if I can, if this is because of my potential, my brain. It's not just pure luck, because if it's pure luck, then you're dependent on an outside force, right? Because it's luck, and it's very random, there's nothing you can control. But if it's because of my brain power, then that means it's something that I can utilize and manifest or amplified, or maybe just use it when I need to, and consciously, instead of saying, oh, maybe I'll be lucky today, or maybe I will be, you know. So I think this is reading that, learning about the Silva method, it really opened up a whole new world for me, that perhaps whatever that's happening to me for my life and up to this point, it's not just pure luck, that maybe it's something that I can utilize to maybe improve my life, improve myself, and make something bigger for myself, and not just relying on, say, well, you know, I'm lucky one day, I may not be lucky tomorrow. So it's just something that is, for me, is eye-opening. It's just something that I'm amazed about, that I hope I can make it better, to learn more, that I'll be able to utilize that. So that's something that's really cool. So with that said, I actually did start it, the audiobook, and started the exercises. I'm on the second exercise. The first exercise was just a simple breathing of getting into your alpha state, which is more a relaxed state, that you know, a relaxed state, but it's with your eyes closed, right? And you're supposed to do that 15 minutes each day. But then I got a little impatient, so I actually did it for about 8 to 10 minutes. Then I wanted to move on to the next exercise. So for the first one, where you're in the relaxed state, I have always been pretty, it's been always pretty easy for me to get into a relaxed state, and part of it because I have an optimistic nature. So a lot of times when I close my eyes and block out everything, I am able to calm myself, calm my brain. That's kind of how you do it in yoga, and I always like doing that. I love the relaxation state of yoga. So that was good. I felt really relaxed, with my eyelids relaxed, with the rest of my body relaxed, and though I'm not sure what that does to me, but I felt relaxed. Then the next stage was to project yourself, once you're in that relaxed state, project yourself to a place that you feel completely at ease at, and a place that, but it has to be a place that you have been to physically. It can be an imaginative state, and just imagine yourself in it. So basically, I feel like this is more getting you deeper into that alpha state, that you're relaxed, you're at peace, you don't have to think about anything, and you're blocking out all of the distractions. So I followed the verbal cues for the second exercise, and So I must explain. So when I was getting into the alpha state, in the relaxation state, I was hearing my dog outside scratching the floor like he always does. I can hear rumblings in the kitchen from my parents. So I was feeling that, and I remember thinking at that moment to say, well, am I going to be able to relax with all this noise around me? So, but then I just kind of let it be, feel relaxed, follow the cues. For some reason, so I'm not sure if it's because of the meditation or not. So I just want to record this, right? So you guys know what's going on. If I look back at this, I remember what happened. So, so by the time where they were the verbal cue by Laura Silva, who was the person giving this cue, the instruction, says to project myself to my peace place, or my happy place, right? Once I'd done that, I felt there was this, I feel like there's a bubble that is feeling, I can't really explain it too well, but I'll explain it the best I can. I feel like there was a bubble that's filling up around me, or maybe inside of me, that I feel like I was not hearing any more noises except for her voice. And I was feeling that my mind and my brain was filled with something, like all I can say it's like a bubble, like a balloon, like it was filling up the space, like I was full, if that's the right word. You know, like I wasn't hearing any noises. I didn't hear the rumblings. Maybe they stopped walking in the kitchen. I don't know. Basically, I couldn't hear my dog. I couldn't hear anything except for her voice from the Audible book. Audible, right? From the Audible. And all I could feel was this feeling of like this expanding ball, like with this fullness in my brain for that rest of that particular session of my exercise session, until she brought me out from it by you know, reversing the count and say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back, open your eyes, you're fully awake, you're in a better healthy state. So yeah, so that's how I felt. I truly cannot explain it, because it's perhaps all the noise have ceased outside where there was no noise. But even though when there was no noise, but what I did felt, there was a fullness. There's this expanding, maybe it's chi, but I don't know, it's my head. Like my head is filled with something that blocked out, like you know how like you kind of walk in, for example, you walk into a room that is soundproof, kind of like that, like you can't really hear anything, but you can, because I'm hearing her voice talking to me, right, on my iPad. But then I feel like her voice came out loud and clear, but everything else was muffled, like I can't hear anything else. So yeah, that's my experience for my second exercise, and hopefully that means I'm going toward making progress with this Silva method. And let's see what the next exercise will bring me. And yeah, I hope that's progress. So yeah, I will report back the next time. So right now, on my way to pancakes. Yay, it's my favorite. I love pancakes. I don't know why. It's kind of like, I also love dim sum, but nowadays I think I like pancakes more than dim sum. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm gonna hang out with my friend, have some pancakes, and yeah, that's it. See what I can get done today, and I'm gonna try to keep myself in a pretty happy mood. But it seems like I'm actually in a very happy mood today. And I also did my Wim Hof cold shower. Not very long time, I would think 30 seconds or so, but I feel like coming back was a little harder to get back into the cold shower, but at least I did it, right? So that is the important part. I think keeping an optimistic outlook and keep on moving is probably the best I can do for myself. And it's okay if I don't progress as fast as I want, because I'm spending a lot of time on improving my dancing, and hopefully one day I can make a name out of myself and also make some money off of it too. And that is probably will be really awesome, because I love dancing. I'm very passionate about it. I can talk about it for hours. Like, you can reach out to me and I'll tell you about, you know, how do you learn how to dance, all the cool parts about it, what I've learned, all this stuff. So it's definitely something that I am very, very passionate about, and it makes me very happy doing it, thinking about it. So and exciting, because my coach, it's encouraging me to do more competitions on a different circuit, so then perhaps I can bring home a title there too before I move on to the next level, which is novice. It's not a very not very high, but for me it's making progress, right? I think the most important part is make progress, and that will give us the motivation to improve. And I remember one of those books that I read, there's one other really famous motivation speaker used to say is progress is the ultimate motivator. Like, if you're doing something and you're not improving and you're not doing better, most people will get very discouraged and they don't want to continue. So if you are making progress, whether or not if it's little or big, that will make yourself happier and you have more motivation to move forward and continue on. So I know I'm not making a lot of progress on my business or affiliate marketing business, but I am making progress in my dancing. So there's a lot of things, you know, about focus. So I'm going to try to focus on both, but I am happy that I'm making progress in my dancing, and that's important to me. So, yep. Peace out. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you either tomorrow or the next time I do my vlog. I will try to do a little bit more often now that I'm back in town, and report back on my progress on my Silva methods, because maybe I'll become a psychic one day. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Bye.